Hello, hello, hello. It's been a very long time since I've gone live here on our platform here on Facebook as well as YouTube. Do me a favor. Go go over to YouTube and like us on YouTube if you're on Facebook, which is Poetry Girl LLC, or if you're on YouTube, come over to Facebook and come to Reverend McKenzie's Facebook and and like and follow us there. It's all about building community. We are back. We are back. We are back. What does this mean to be back? We are back here, ready to share with you the things that have happened over the last year, the things that are coming, and how we are currently praying. This season has been a season of triumphs, a season of trying your patience, a season of asking God why or when is God going to change or move things around. This has been a season of tears, a season of asking God to make things better. So I'm thankful that you are here today and you are here a part of this community that I am appreciative of. I started Sunday morning updates as a missionary. I was going to the Philippines and I know my parents were going to be a long ways away and I knew they wanted to know where I was, what I was doing and who was around me. And so I started Sunday morning update out of the necessity of staying connected to my family and friends. And so I'm going to continue this. I did it as a missionary. I did it as a seminary student. But now I'm going to continue doing this on Sunday morning update because I found it to be a good way to stay connected to my community, and I find it to be therapeutic for me to share with you my heart. So I'm going to do better and be more consistent in posting. So I hope that you can be more consistent in sharing this broadcast and commenting. I want this to be a space where we encourage each other, where we push each other, where we pray for each other. I hope that you've had the opportunity this week to go and read my blog. I am also dedicating time to write more because writing is also therapeutic for me as well. And in this season in which I find myself, I need all the help, spiritual help I can get, or therapeutic moments that I can get, so I can make sure that I'm healthy for my luxurious 2 year old and myself in the future that we must have together. So writing and doing these videos are me being intentional about taking care of my soul. So I hope that you've had the opportunity. If you have not had the opportunity, I'm dropping the link right now in the chat so that you can go and read this blog because I did put my heart and energy into this blog. And then there's series that come behind it. And so this particular blog is titled Alternative Lifestyle. I know a lot of people read that and like, what does she mean by alternative lifestyle? Let me explain. Here, what I mean by alternative lifestyle is that I would no longer be living in a traditional home. I would no longer be living in what we call a single family home situation. I have purchased a tiny home, and in this tiny home, it will have 2 bedrooms, a bath, a kitchen, a living room, and a small office space for me. It's a I'm sorry, 12 by 40 living quarters. And I'm choosing to do that because the housing market is absolutely crazy. My income will dramatically decrease. And it's something that I always kind of was interested in doing anyway. And I've always had a desire to be a homeowner, but because of my going to get education and not having the finances to do that, I'm not awarded to be able to do that because I don't have the finances or the financial backing to be able to do that. The banks won't give me a loan, and I can't even get enough co-signers to get a loan. And so living in a tiny home would allow me to have my own space. And you might say, where are you doing this at? I'm lucky and blessed enough to have parents that have their own land that has allowed me to do that. And eventually the goal is to have my own my own land beside them. And so that's what I'm working towards. But for the time being, I'm going ahead and starting the tiny home, and I can pick up the tiny home and move it wherever I want to go. And so I know some people's like that's not enough space or it's not safe, but in the situation of what I was just telling you, that my income dramatically changed. Granted, another job is coming because that's what I'm having faith in. But for the time being, for the next 4 weeks, I know that I don't have it. And so I'm practical with what I have or what I don't have. And so what I don't have is the income to sustain the life that I'm currently in. And I want you to understand that you have to evaluate your life and realize that when you can't, or when it looks like it's not working out, instead of honing down on wishing that it would work out, you find an alternative path or a plan. And so for me, my alternative path or plan is to do the tiny home so that my daughter and I will have a home to live in. And so that's why we're doing it. It's not we're doing it for attention. We're not doing it because of whatever reason people have thrown back at me. We are doing it, or I am doing it, or choosing to do this because it is the practical thing to do. There is no point of staying in a home that is going to require paying for rent, paying for utilities that is more than my income that is currently will be coming in 4 weeks. So it's to protect my integrity, and to protect what I'm trying to do next, and to save more money. When you own your own, you pay a little less, but there's more responsibilities, right? And so I'm thankful that I'm able to do that. I'm thankful that I had I'm gonna say had because it's definitely gone now, had some type of small income that will allow me to do this. And so I'm thankful for that. But anybody that would like to donate to this cause, you can definitely email me. We take supplies, cash app. I'm gonna put my cash app in the chat so that if you would like to give, you are welcome to give. And for those who might be curious, like, are you still going to be a pastor? I am a licensed local pastor. That simply means that I have a license. I have a license to preach in a local setting. As of right now, the United Methodists have not appointed me to another church. So I am a pastor, but it might just look a little different in this season. I'm still called without a shadow of a doubt, regardless if I have a denomination or not. Even if I have the people backing me or not, I know in my soul that I am called. If no one else believes me but me and God, but I have confirmation that I know that I am called by the people who come towards me, by the people who encourage me, by the people who wants to be a part of the communities in which I am a part of. Being one of those people is my sister. So one of the things that her and I are working on for this summer, matter of fact, my sister is a social worker, and she's working towards her license to be a licensed social worker, and she's currently working for DSS in Richmond County. And so with her understanding of the need of kids in the home that are in the foster care system, and my passion to help those in need, we are partnering together. And with this partnership, this summer we're doing a summer program. In this summer program, we are able to bring food, breakfast, and lunch to our community, as well as an educational program. It's only a couple hours, but I think it's a couple hours that will be full of engagement, a safe haven, food, and fun. And if you are in Maxton, North Carolina, if you are in a church, or if you're a community leader and you want to volunteer or be a part of this, please let us know, because we are in need of volunteers, and we're not out here trying to do it on our own, and we don't think we know it all, and we don't think that we can't do it without you. We need you. We just need you to show up and see the vision in which that we are bringing forth to you. And so that is my update as of right now. If you would like to stay involved, just keep going back to ReverendMcKenzie.com. ReverendMcKenzie.com will be updated with anything that is happening between summer camp or any futuristic goals that we have. Mentioning futuristic goal, some of the futuristic goals that I have is to maybe do as a 14-year-old kid, I always said that I would have my own youth center. But I think that God is calling me in this season to do more than youth center. I think it's going to be maybe an academy. I think it's going to be able to touch those who need more attention in the classroom. I was one of those people. If I had a little bit more time in the classroom, I would have been able to be a little bit further along when I got to college. And when I got to college, I would have been able to be a little bit more further along if I had that attention. And I want to be able to bring that to our kids. I know in my particular area in which I grew up in, people look at us a certain type of way. And if you don't want us in your space, instead of trying to fight to be at that table, we're going to go and build our own table. And when we build our own table, we are going to be inclusive, and we're still going to be loving, and we're still going to be caring. But you have to buy into our vision instead of since we had to go make our own table. I want people to realize that you don't have to be nasty to someone for God for you to get your point across. You just have to allow God to make your path the ways it needs to go. And sometimes our paths aren't straight. And sometimes this is definitely not what I imagined a master's degree was going to lead me to. But however, this is the season in which I am in. And so I'm going to look at these paths that are laid before me, and I'm going to go forth and believing and trusting in God that things will work out. My Sunday morning updates is to update you on everything that I am doing, every project that I'm a part of. So I hope that you will continue to follow this journey and follow what God is up to in our lives. Thank you for joining us this morning. Bless you.